Hi you guys, I thought I'd try another video using my iPhone. I'm trying to get this down so it shoots decent quality pictures. Here's a piece that I did yesterday, trimmed it today, a little while ago, and it's a platter, as you can see, fairly flat, undulating rim there, lots and lots of texture on it. It's a platter, but it's basically a non-functional platter. It's meant to be put on the wall, sort of like a picture or a painting would be. I used a pen tool and globs of clay, and kind of that texture there in the middle was done with a pen tool, held at a very acute angle so that it sort of dug the clay up as it went along. Then a bunch of holes put in it. So like I said, it's basically a non-functional platter, an undulating rim. I plan on firing this thing in the soda firing, put it in the soda kiln and fired, and the result should be something like this. This is a different, obviously different platter. It was done a year ago or so. And the reaction of the soda with the clay makes these kind of colors, and they're quite varied. I also added a little bit of glaze. There's some green glaze along that rim. But you can see a lot of soda in this area right there on the rim. A lot of sodium, that is, sodium with a silica buildup. And the texture in the clay, little coils of clay that I added onto the piece. And then when you get real close to it, you can see these little areas there. They actually kind of bulge out. You probably can't tell in the picture, but that's really coarse silica that I added to the clay. It's 12 mesh silica. And that, when it's fired, the beads of silica kind of get shiny and rounded and smooth, but they pop out of the clay. This is reminiscent of Peter Vokos platters, and I saw, if you don't know who Peter Vokos is, you should look him up. Voulkos. He's one of the predominant fathers of ceramics in America. He's passed away now, but he worked in the 60s, 70s, 80s. And he did these large platters. I happened to be at somebody's house once where they had one of his pieces, and they took it down off the wall and handed it to me. It was very heavy. It was quite a bit bigger than this piece, but it was a really beautiful piece. Lots of character, lots of power to it, and that's kind of like what I'm trying to get. I think his are much more powerful than mine, I'm sure. There's another piece that I did today. A little piece of porcelain broken off and stuck in the side of the piece. And here's one I did a few days ago. I did a video that was up on the internet for a short period of time. I took it down because I didn't like the way that it came out when it was posted. It kind of got framed in a strange way. But this is thrown round. The sides are paddled. I put a coil down each one of the shoulders there, and then pulled the clay in one direction and in the other direction, and paddled it some more, and then used a Sureform, which has teeth on it, and it's sort of like a plane, a wood plane, and it leaves those lines on it, if you can see that texture. And then paddled it some more, and then eventually worked it into this sort of square type form. And then I added that lip to it, which is just a big slab of clay that I cut square, and then put the texture on it with a tool, just sort of a sharpened dowel. And it's a fairly good sized pot. It's completed. Then over here I have some, what you can loosely call a teapot. I call it a teapot. but it's just purely sculptural, really. It would pour tea, but it's not meant to be functional. You can call it artsy fartsy if you want to, or just BS. I don't care, but I enjoy making them. It doesn't have a lid either, so it does have a spout right there. Lots of texture on that. The texture created on this area in here is just a real thick slip put on there, and then like broom straw is dragged through the slip. And over here, that is loosely called a handle. So I call it YT. Not really a teapot, but sort of. And here's another one. And this one, again, has quite a bit of texture on it. It's kind of hard to see because it's all white, but it's a real thick slip added to it. And then it's thrown as a round piece without a top or a bottom, and then it's distorted in this oval shape. And then these other pieces are added on it. That almost looks like a toilet paper tube, I know. So I'm sure you could make some smart comments about this if you wanted to. But I enjoy doing them. They're more for me, for pleasure, and people that collect teapots that are odd. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it comes out this time. And have a Happy New Year. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.